Have you ever wondered what reserve units are used for? Such a simple strategy can be quite useful at times. There are two main uses: intercepting an enemy infantry or cav trying to get into your back line, or you can use them for bolstering portions of your front lines that are losing. When playing against horde-like factions or armies that outnumber you, you will find that the enemy will often try to get to your back line with cav or spare infantry, or they will try to surround your frontline engagements. In order to stop that from happening, we place units in reserve so that we have spare units ready to intercept any attempts. Most of the time, we can either place our reserve units centered directly behind our backline, or slightly behind the flanks of our front lines. Here in the video, we see that there are some orc boys moving around our flanks attempting to shut down our backline. Since we have a unit of spearmen in reserve, we are easily able to stop this attempt and prevent the enemy from getting into our archers. The same can be done for preventing cav charges, only this time you'll need to identify the flanking maneuvers much earlier so you can set up your reserve units to brace for the cav charge. The second use is for bolstering our frontline engagements. We can see here that there are some black orcs mixed into the enemy front lines. These are elite infantry that will easily chop through our low-tier spearmen. This is where units in reserve can be used to strengthen the engagements with the elite infantry. As you can see, our spearmen are obviously losing against the black orcs and their leadership is quickly falling. Once we bolster the spearmen with our units in reserve, the spearmen's leadership begin to increase again and easily hold the center of the frontline engagement. Lastly, I'm showing you how you mix in monstrous units into the frontline engagements to bolster the portions that will need help, while also ensuring your monstrous units take less damage. We have the same scenario with the black orcs being in the center of the front lines, so we'll want to send our monstrous units into the center engagement, which in this case are our minotaurs. As you can see, our minotaurs bolster the center engagement and easily fight off the black orcs. When sending in monstrous units into the frontline engagements, you'll always want to send them in after your front lines have engaged so that they would take less damage. That's all we have for today. If you found today's video helpful, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already.